Hello, hello. Welcome. Um, welcome to the next edition, the newest edition um, of A Moment to Heal. I am Javon Gray, if you are new here, and I help high achieving women shift from overwhelmed to on point. We target three major patterns, so overthinking, snapping, and carrying emotional weight, especially that a weight that was never really yours to begin with, but so that they can actually enjoy the life that they're building. Today, we're going to be talking about the flip side of meditation, the side of meditation that rarely gets talked about. Um, Most people focus on the benefits of meditation, right? Feeling calmer, getting more clarity, managing emotions better. But what happens when meditation starts becoming more about escaping than living? What happens when it pulls you away from real life instead of helping you to be present in it? That's what we're getting into today because that's what happened to me. Spoiler alert. But drop the word still in the comments if you've ever struggled with meditation, feeling frustrating or out of reach or even like an escape from reality. So, meditation doesn't always feel like stillness and peace, right? People assume that meditation equals instant peace, but that's not always the case. As a matter of fact, for most people, it's not, right? Many struggle with feeling inadequate because their mind won't quiet down, right? It feels like I don't know how to do this, and I don't really like feeling like I don't know how to do stuff, right? People get frustrated because they don't think that they're doing it right. Using meditation as a way to disconnect rather than integrating into life is also another big trap. I've been there. I've been in all of those places before when I had various different levels of understanding about what meditation is and how to use it in life, how to do it in life. I've practiced deep meditation multiple times a day. I was on a regimen where I was meditating 2 to 3 times a day. It was taken up to like 2.5 hours a day. And during that time, I reached levels of stillness and clarity that were super powerful, but I also started to use it as an escape instead of a tool for presence. Okay, so have you ever felt like you were chasing peace instead of actually experiencing it? If you have, then drop a "that's me" in the comments. I would really like to see who all out there, who all watches this. When meditation becomes an escape instead of a practice. That's what I want to get into now. So, the deeper I went into meditation personally, the easier it was to let some things roll off of me. So I'm thinking like, oh, I got this. I'm good. I remember actually speaking to a close friend, dear friend, and a former client. Um, and she was asking me about meditation. She was asking me like, I mean, is it working? Like, how do you know it's working? You know? um, and that was one of the main things that I pointed to, right? It was that. It was like legit just being able to close my eyes, put my head back, and just fill myself with light, like instantly, like legit within 1 second. Um, I completely transformed my emotions. And it felt really peaceful during my sessions. It felt uh pretty blissful when I would just, kind of throw my head back and get into that space. Um, but it was disconnected. I was disconnecting, right? I was using the whole like, close your eyes, put your head back in order to disconnect. And even when I was walking through life, um, I was more disconnected, almost like looking forward to the time that I had created for myself to do these meditation practices. And I found myself shutting out my kids, shutting out my husband, and shutting out life in the pursuit of that stillness. So I felt like I had to protect that time. Like, oh my God, like, what if my kids wake up? Like, I was getting up earlier and earlier, right? Like 3, 4 in the morning in order to meditate without distraction or interruption. And it wasn't even just that, because I think it's fairly reasonable to, you know, want that time that's uninterrupted and to meditate without interruption. But like I said, it was taking up a lot of time during my day, right? A lot of my waking hours to begin with. And it was also the thoughts that I was having that were like driving other actions. I was moving around a lot of things in my life, including like how I ate and when I ate, in order to be in the optimal space to meditate, right? So like waiting for doing my meditation either, far into the night, because I had to space out the time for when I ate to when I actually did the meditation. So anywho, I feel like this isn't talked about enough, and in the ways that we can use even healing practices to avoid actually living is like obscene, right? Like when that's what you do, right? When you have a history of doing those types of things, exhibiting those type of behaviors, it's pretty easy to turn anything into an act of avoidance or procrastination, something that distracts you from what is going on in the present moment, especially with emotions, right? So instead of integrating meditation into life, I found myself creating a life that only felt peaceful while I was meditating, right? So the problem was that, of course, this was not real peace, right? It was just another form of avoidance. It was a higher level, or at least it felt like a higher level of coping. So, I do want to, before we get into what the solution is, because I do want to break it down for y'all, but I do also want to let y'all know that next week, and all of the details will be in the comments, but next week, so that's not next week, sorry. It's 9 days from now. So today the 17th, it's on the 25th. So February 25th, 2025, I am going to be putting on a workshop for folks who want to get clearer on meditation, who want to have it be effective, have it effectively do the thing that they wanted to do, and also the empowerment and relief that comes with not needing meditation to do anything for you. And so that is what is coming up for me. So mark your calendars on the 25th. I'll be diving into that. And if you are interested in that, please drop a meditation emoji or the word meditation, if you can't find it in your phone, in the comment section, and I'll reach out to you. You can also send it to me. Always, always, always feel free to just reach out to me. I'm not going to like read your mind and steal your credit card information and like just ask me questions. So anywho, so shifting, how do we shift in from using meditation as an escape to using meditation to integrate our experiences into our life, to actually experience life? And so the first thing that you can do is to bring stillness into the present moment. So instead of waiting for meditation time, find brief moments of stillness throughout the day. It is super helpful as well if, as you're walking through your life, you pay attention to it. Like you actually listen, right? You actually listen, you actually see, you actually feel in the moment. Now, I now find moments of peace in the shower, while driving, while I'm interacting with my kids. And this is regardless of whether or not they're screaming or they're laughing or they're cuddling. So the second thing is to, allow meditation to support and not replace your life. So meditation shouldn't be the only time that you feel calm, right? The same thing with yoga. I say this all the time, right? Like whatever it is that you are practicing, it shouldn't be the only time that you feel calm, right? You use it as a tool to enhance your presence and not avoid reality. And then the third thing is to focus on awareness, right? So, and not achievement, right? Because that will be, that's what we tend to focus on. Like, how can I do it better? How can I do it right? And meditation isn't about winning, right? At stillness or having perfect clarity. It's about learning to sit with what is and resisting that urge of needing to fix or change it. So my last question for you is, have you ever caught yourself trying to like win at meditation? If you have, drop the word guilty in the comments. Again, I'm just looking to see who are watching this. If you're on this journey of learning to integrate meditation into your life, and not just as an escape, but as a tool for deeper presence, or as in an effort to put your pulse on, put the pulse on deeper presence. I do have something for you. If you drop relax into the comments, I'll send you the guided meditation that I used when I felt like I was in the eye of the storm, and I still use it to this day. I actually used it last week. If you do want to go deeper, Inner Revolution is designed to help high achieving women like you stop overthinking, stop reacting, and truly live with clarity and emotional freedom. And so you can join the waitlist now and be first in line when the doors open. And so you do want to check that link out to get on the waitlist. As I said, if you want to take this deeper, there is a workshop as well that I'm doing on the 25th. You want to sign up for that. And drop for that, we're dropping the meditation emoji, or commenting meditate. Meditation as a final thought. It's not about leaving life behind, right? Like for me, it's about learning to be fully present in it, and I have only found long-term benefit from it. So I'll see you next week.